If it has 100 shades, I'm gonna swatch them. Hello everybody, welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Julia and in today's clip we are gonna review a new palette from Beauty Bay. This is Recklace Romance, which is their new launch for the Valentine's Day collection, which I think it's only the palette this time. Usually they have like liquid shimmer eyeshadow and other bits and bobs, but this time they only launched a palette, and I'm not surprised because I think everybody loves a limited edition Beauty Bay palette, which is a bit sad that they are limited edition, but the formulations in these are just beyond shocking for the price point. This retails for £16, and if you follow me over my Instagram and TikTok, you know I've told myself in 2024 I'm not gonna buy any makeup. However, I slacked with free products for the January month, but my choices were really specific, and I made peace with myself that Beauty Bay palettes, the limited edition ones, if I really love the color story, they're gonna be on my buy list. Oh my god, it's gorgeous! I mean, it looks amazing. I already knew I'm gonna love the color story. Listen, I already knew I'm gonna love the color story. You can see it's very grungy. Obviously, Reckless Romance. Everything in terms of the packaging, you could expect what's inside without even like seeing the inside, but obviously I've seen the inside. I think it's the first time when I see Beauty Bay launching the palette straight away when it's also available on the website, or maybe I was just like living under a rock, which I actually did because I'm trying to limit my social media presence because I'm a content manager as a full-time job and I already stay on the phone for my job when it comes to the beauty industry. So I'm trying in my own time to really shut the phone and be like, I either create content or I read a book. Given that this is a grungy palette, I'm not quite sure if I should go with black base and do like a really grungy makeup look, but I think that should be the case because it's very different from the previous two palettes that they had for Valentine's. So should we do it? I think we should. I think for this part we really need to put this cone of shame if you have a fringe, but you can't tell. So I know maybe in some people's opinions it's like cheating when you apply a black base, but you know what, with any black eyeshadow that I've used, it's really interesting. If it's really black, it will show, you know, pitch black with this base, while with the ones that are not that pigmented, they would definitely turn into the gray kind of sector. So you know what? It's not cheating. You definitely help the shadow to stick and show the pigmentation even further, but it's not as if it's gonna really save the eyeshadow. So I gave a bit of shape and like curve to the eyeshadow because I'm focusing the black right in the crease and above the crease, because I think what we're gonna do is like actually take shade Tattoo, which is this dark gray, and apply it as a color for the lid, because I feel otherwise it would be such a shame not to try more mattes. But definitely I wanted to go all the way in grungy, and I really like the shade that I achieved. I might jump into Rebel and diffuse the edges with that pink dusty dark shade. It's quite like a dusty pink, not to destroy much the shape, but rather just give a bit of color. And this time I'm switching to a clean brush as well, just to diffuse it, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to be like super blended. This is some criticism that I used to get even during the pandemic when people were like really crazy with their makeup. But I was in a group with a lot of Romanian makeup artists, and I feel Romanian makeup artists, no shade. I'm not saying that's a wrong mentality, but I feel they are definitely more inspired by other artists rather than the British UK artists, because I feel in the UK we like an edge, we like a bit of graphic makeup. And I remember I really had to just like accept that that's just my style. It's not that I can't blend out an eyeshadow, but sometimes It's true with certain eyeshadows. It's just they're really hard to create in order for them to really blend out as if they are part of your skin. But I don't usually always love that. I love that with a brown, but I don't love that with like a really smoky, in-your-face makeup look. Again, it's probably everyone to each own style, but I really love the fact that in the UK people love this because I love it too. It's less work, but again, who has time to just blend and blend and blend and blend to an eternity? I'm going back with the same shade just to emphasize the pigment because I feel it's too blended. Yeah, I do like it. I'm vibing with that. So we are going with Tattoo on the lid just to test out how gray it is. And even though we have the black base, it should still help out the gray to pop. I don't know how well it picks on camera, but it's definitely a dark gray. And I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of that black leather in the crease. Now we definitely have to blend out this side because I think we are done with the mattes and we are jumping into the shimmers. I think I'm going with Muse. It looks stunning. It has like different glitter specks. It seems like it has purple and kind of pink silver. You know that pink silver is like silver but not silver. Silver is just like a pink silver. It's the first time that I say this. It is quite subtle, but I think it's the shade. Okay, it builds up, but you can definitely use it as a topper. Usually with the Beauty Bay shimmers, in the beginning they were like this, and then they kind of switched them to a much creamier consistency. Maybe we're gonna find others in that consistency, but this feels back again more powdery. I wouldn't say it's powdery, but it's less creamier than the others. Like, see, if I apply just a tiny bit, it doesn't pack as much as with this one, which is not a bad thing, but you definitely have to go back into it and like really build it. Shade Muse is like a very grape burgundy sort of color. Yeah, I love that description. Burgundy grape. And this gets me to try After Party. We will try this one too in the inner corner, but I love how After Party looks. Okay, it already feels more creamier. See, this is blinding. This is blinding. The Muse one is definitely more powdery. This is proper creamy. Like, it was much easier to pack the shimmer, and you can definitely see the difference between this one and here. I feel that's much easier to see. It gives me dimension, essentially. So I got Girlfriend with a very tiny precise brush, and it is so hard to pick it up because this is proper creamy formula, and you can see I had to really scrape it. If you've seen my previous videos, you know some of the shimmers in the Beauty Bay palettes are so creamy that you actually have to scrape it, not gently apply the brush onto the shimmer, because it's not gonna do anything. That's packing a lot of shimmer. I love shimmers, I really do. Nowadays, for the past few years, it's the shimmer that makes the palette, in my opinion. It's always the shimmer that makes the palette. Something that I want to take it and test it out is shade Fishnets. So Fishnets seems to have like a shift to purple, which is interesting. Like, it seems the base is not just black, but like very dark purple that gives a black feeling to the shade. But once I at least combine it with the concoction of the glitters that I have onto my lid, it definitely picks up purple. You can definitely see that. So now I'm gonna take shade Front Row and I'm gonna apply it right under my eye. Wow, that's super pigmented. It has a lot of fallout. Let's see if I can rectify it. And now I'm switching to a different brush to blend it out. Yeah, I love that. And I'm applying the smallest quantity of leather right where the color ends, just to give a bit more definition and depth. Now I'm gonna go and apply some eyeliner, some mascara, maybe a fake lash. Let's see. Ta-da! And I think I understood the assignment. I really love how it looks. I think eyeliner makes such a difference, as well as my fringe. Not the thingy that was literally stuck like that into my head. But yeah, now if you thought we finished, we didn't. Let's jump into swatching. So in the first row we have number 1, Rebel, VIP, Fling, Love Song. Row number 2 we have Soulmate, Girlfriend, Affair, After Party, Front Row. Third row we have Encore, Tattoo, Mini Dress, Backstage, and Fishnets. And last row is Paparazzi, Muse, Last Night, Rockstar, and Leather. And these are the shades. I am again impressed with the shimmers and also the mattes. They really pack a punch. They're a bit dusty, just a tinge, but at the same time, do you see the punch? Obviously, they have to be a bit more like lightly pressed, because otherwise you won't be able to pick up the amount and obviously have the pigmentation. I love the themes, I love the vibes. Yeah, I mean, I love the makeup look too, and it's very me. I always go for a smoky eye when I go out, and it's always like black with shimmer, and shimmer just takes it to the next level, different vibe, but it's always a smoky eye for me. That is it from me for today. Welcome to the after party.